Well, 11 Lincoln are 26 cherubs. They have been amazing all the way through since year 7. I really like them.
Oh.
I think the current year 11 are the best year 11 class I've worked with since I've been here. Well, all I can say is good luck to everybody in their exams, and I'm sure that they will achieve what they deserve in the summer. And I miss them all terribly.
I very much enjoyed being my form tutor. I still remember the first night when I had to read all their names out, and I was terrified that I was going to mispronounce them all. And I took them all out and we played some games outside, and I still remember how quiet and cute and nervous they all were. And they're still lovely, all of them, and I very much enjoyed having them. And they keep saying to me, "You've still got us, miss, you haven't said you don't want us anymore." And it's very much been really lovely having them all and seeing how they've all grown up. Good memories, I say, coming to Bude with you all, fishing many people out of lakes when they were kayaking, or cheering people up, climbing walls, grovelling around under the floorboards with people who were very nervous, climbing underneath them when we were at Bude, and that was really good fun. Remember teaching, as I said, lots of people geography, doing some colouring in, as always geography is. But go and get whatever it is that you want to do, and don't let anyone say that you can't get it or you can't achieve what you want to, because you can.
Start when you want.
11 Essex have had a bit of a raw deal. They've had more form tutors than you can shake a stick at, and they ended up with me for the final 2 years. So I think I've enjoyed having 11 Essex. Now they're actually capable of staying silent for the morning briefing messages. They've gone through, well, between a few of them, more hair colour changes and body modification than you could imagine. And we've had a consistent shrill shrieking from the back of the room from the group of girls. But it's been fun. At some point, I've probably encountered most of you, whether that's lessons, Duke of Edinburgh, the occasional shouting down the corridor. I think things that stand out for me, 7 Clement, in their first year in the school, who were interesting. Archie Thomas in year 7, coming out of the kissing Santa with much lipstick on his face. And just a very lovely year 9 class, who I'm told have very fond memories of that year. No, I'm not going to miss you, because you're going on to very exciting and wonderful things, so actually it's a really positive thing.
And all good luck messages.
Work hard. Don't let yourselves down in the last few weeks, because you're going on to better things.
What do you think of your form, and have you enjoyed being their tutor?
They're a lovely form, absolutely lovely. I've only had them for 1 year, which was a shame really, because in hindsight it would have been nice to have had them from year 7. A real connection with them and respecting them as individuals and characters, yes. Fantastic, particularly the art trips, New York art trip and the Venice art trip. Quite a lot of the year 11s are art students as well, and so I've got to know them on a different level, and that's been fantastic, really lovely. Definitely.
And do you have any final goodbyes or good luck messages?
I just hope that you're happy in life and that you go on to choose things that make you happy. Sometimes that's a difficult decision to make over what may be a well-paid job, but ultimately come back to what makes you happy. That's right. Oh, and good luck with the GCSE exam.
Well, the form are horrible. But no, on a serious note, I've really enjoyed it actually. It's been a really a bit of a journey with the way of the X Factor. The fact that when you came in year 8, you were all so immature and so little. But you've developed and grown as people, and now you're becoming mature adults. So yes, it's been impressive and emotional. I think they're a pretty good year group actually. There's been quite a few fond memories I've got. Just through my form, the charities event I thought was amazing. Even though you did soak me repeatedly with sponges and water. I think I will. Hopefully many of you are going to be back next year, so I won't miss you too much. But those that are going away, I'm sure I'll be missing you and I'll be thinking of you in the future. Hopefully you do well. And if you do, remember me, because it's all down to me that you're doing well. The only one would be, when you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of love. Walk on through the rain, walk on through the wind, and your dreams to vast and tone. Walk on, with hope in your hearts, and you'll never walk alone. Just remember, you'll never walk alone. I was going to say the funniest thing was when I finger incident with Imi. I won't say anything more than that, God.
What happened?
Look, I didn't come out the way I wanted. Like, she was doing something under the table, and I just said, I don't want to know what you're doing with your fingers under the table or something like that. And then everyone like that. And
Well, I only took them on in year 10, and they were given to me as a gift, I think. And since then, they have actually turned themselves around, I think, a little bit, and they now nearly all get there on time in the morning, and they nearly all smile when they come in. So they have been a good firm to have, and I've enjoyed being their tutor. As a year group as a whole, I've got lots of memories of them. I think I had quite a lot of you in year 8, and that was fun because you were quite sparkly and shiny and smiley. And of course I've had a lot of my form in my class for English, so I see them and they see me a great deal, so we had to be very patient with each other, and I suspect now they're quite glad to see the back of me. But I will miss them. I will miss my English class, and I will miss my form as well. I will miss the smiley faces of the girls at the back, and I will miss George being late in the morning and Sam muttering under his breath sometimes. So there are lots of people I'll miss in the class. So my final message is good luck, do well in your GCSEs, and we'll see you back in sixth form.
You can just
Shall I say that question to me? Shall I say the question? And then
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So what do you think of your form, and have you enjoyed being a form tutor? I have to say that I think, and I said this to them the other day, that I drew the long straw, in as much as Mr. O'Dowd got rid of quite a number, and I was left with the genuinely nice people who all seemed to get on well and look after each other, which was lovely, and it's been a really enjoyable year. I do think you're a very chatty year group. The one thing I remember was teaching George and having to put little cards down which say, don't speak now, and turn over, and then it says, start your task. He was impossible to get to do any work. I'm not sure he's changed very much. To be fair, I'm going to miss the people, but I'm not necessarily going to miss the work of having a form. So, yeah. Yes, revise. That includes you, John Joe. 2 little quotes from Mr. Brown. Perfect practice makes perfect. You've got to practice what you're doing. And he also quotes, fail to prepare and prepare to fail. So make sure you do work hard over the next few weeks. Do really well, and hopefully I'll see you all next year. Bye!
Well, I would say that 11 Temple are very unique. In more ways than one, they are very much an eclectic bunch. There is never a dull moment with 11 Temple. They normally come to form time off their heads with the most daftest things to say to me. However, at times they do brighten up my day, because I don't think I've met such a ridiculous group of people, in a nice way. Lots of good memories with current year 11s. I would say Battlefields trip, which we went on 3 years ago, was definitely a highlight. So that would go down to 1. Trips to Mount Fitchett Castle in year 7 was probably another highlight. So our extracurricular trips that we've done outside of school have definitely been memorable. Well, hopefully I will see lots of you in the sixth form when you join us back here in September. But I will definitely miss year 11, mainly for the humorous things that you entertain us with on a daily basis. I would say to 11 Temple and the rest of year 11, the best of luck with your GCSE exams, all the best in the future. Good luck.
Recording.
It's alright, we can edit this after a second.
Where do I?
You can look at me.
I look at you. There you go.
The buses are, yeah.
Some of my favourite memories, obviously Bude, lovely time down in there. Also, I think commemoration. You've got so many guys that have always sung for me over the years, and I think that's made it very special for me. So. Well, Exeter were notorious. I think I moved so many students from Exeter and Clare and all the rest of it to try and equal it out. But yeah, I did feel sorry for Miss Kirby during year 7, 8. I would probably always have had a soft spot for Ollie Hurst, because I tried so hard with him. I think there's one student that I've always had conversations with, particularly in the last year with regards to games, Sarah Nichols, who openly admits to never doing games. Apparently she did it this week for the first time. Whether she's ever had an excuse or not, whether she's ever had a letter, I don't know. But yeah, she's notorious for never doing it. Sorry, Sarah. I think to all of you, you know, all the best. I hope that you all stay in contact, and I think as a year group you've probably all grown up with my family, so you know my wife, my children, all the rest of it, so you've all kind of been a big family to me, so I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Okay.
Does anyone have random ones?
Don't cry, Charlotte. I think Bude is always a good memory. Was it Leah? No, it was, yeah, Bude was a really good memory for me. Stop that, just cut it. I've just realised I've said Bude is a really good memory and said looked at Leah, which implies that, please...
Should we start again?
It's going to take so long. I'm so rubbish at this. Come on.